Facebook. Who hasn't heard of Facebook? Facebook is a well-known social networking website that is free to use for its active 2.7 billion users. The idea originated from a school project at Harvard called FaceMash, which was shut down 2 days after its launch. Due to its explosive popularity, Mark Zuckerberg rushed to register www.thefacebook.com shortly after in 2004. At its beginning, the website was distributed to students at high-ranking universities in the US as a way for students to share interesting information about themselves with their peers. Soon after, it evolved into its current form, where users have their personal walls that allow for friends to upload pictures to, share posts, and tag others in the very same posts. These new features triumphed Facebook's early rival, MySpace, allowing the user base to grow exponentially from the start. With the creation of Facebook, communication over the internet became more relevant than ever before. We are able to connect with family and friends easier and faster through all the services provided by the Facebook platform. For example, with messaging, commenting, and sharing, we are able to talk and interact with people at the touch of our fingertips. Facebook services broke us out of having to write an email recipient list as long as a short novel to communicate with large or small groups of people. Having this ability to communicate has made it possible for massive amounts of information to be shared with potentially astronomical amounts of people around the world. With all that Facebook has given us in terms of communication, it also has provided us with job creation as well. Some jobs that didn't exist 10 years ago, for example, are social media manager, cloud computing managers, sustainability managers, and big data analyst/data scientist, just to name a few. All these are needed to gather and process the information transferred and shared over Facebook's platform. Now we'll look at Facebook's information technology. Facebook takes pride in being part of cloud computing. This means you can access your information from anywhere in the world. Facebook is also part of Web 2.0, meaning it has features such as mass participation, the free sharing of information. It's simple to use, it's got lots of content, and it uploads, likes, comments, and networking are all available. Some software that Facebook primarily uses is SQL. MySQL is for structured data storage such as wall posts, user information, and timelines. This data is replicated between the various data centers. Playing off of MySQL, InnoDB is a storage engine for the database management system MySQL. HipHop for PHP is a set of PHP execution engines. HipHop was developed by Facebook and was released as open source in early 2010. To date, Facebook has achieved more than a 6 times reduction in CPU utilization for the site using HipHop as compared with Apache and Zen PHP. Facebook is able to move fast and maintain a high number of engineers who are able to work across the entire codebase. In addition to MySQL, InnoDB, and HipHop, Facebook runs Linux, which is an open source operating system, on an Apache HTTP server, which is an open source web server. It is also important to note that Facebook makes heavy use of Memcached, a memory caching system that is used to speed up dynamic database-driven websites by caching data and objects in RAM to reduce reading time. Memcached is Facebook's primary form of caching and greatly reduces the database load. Having a caching system allows Facebook to be as fast as it is at recalling your data. How is the system organized? Facebook's home page is broken down into several sections. They are quick links, shared posts, stories, ads, and friends/online messenger. The majority of the content in the center of the page is dedicated to content shared by friends, groups, and pages like. Initially intended to be used for connecting college students on campus, it now has spread across the globe and is used for connecting people, whether they be strangers, friends, family, and pretty much everyone in between. Facebook is used by pretty much everyone, even though its users are supposed to be over the age of 13. It is considered the original social media. Do people use Facebook for decision making? Kind of. Friends have the option to share posts about current news, and people may follow certain news sites. Also, a lot of groups and organizations use Facebook pages to inform followers of updates and current news. In the example of Facebook's homepage, there are quick links on the left. In the center is the main content shared by friends. To the right of that, there are stories which allow friends to post short 24-hour clips. Under stories is an ad section, and on the far right, you can see your friends online. Facebook's algorithms. Facebook uses algorithms in almost every aspect of the website, but what we'd like to talk about is how they use to choose what content is displayed on your newsfeed. Facebook ranks and displays content based on 4 factors. The first is the inventory of all posts available to display, essentially all posts available to the user. The second is signals that tell Facebook what each post is. The third is predictions on how you will react to each post. This predicts the behavior of the user and how likely they are to have a positive response to the content. The last is a final score that is assigned to the content based on all factors. The higher a post relevance score, the more likely it is appeared on people's news feeds. Advertisers use this to their advantage by ensuring their ads are starting positive interactions between followers and others because these type of ads are more likely to be shared by users. This change in ads was sparked by the January 2018 Meaningful Interactions algorithm update, which states that Facebook will prioritize posts that spark conversations and meaningful interactions between people. Therefore, even if it is an ad, if Facebook thinks it will spark a conversation and meaningful interaction, then it will be displayed on people's news feeds. Facebook is arguably one of the best examples of big data. Since the beginning of Facebook, its growth has been largely due in part to big data. It has become a producer of big data and will continue to fuel its growth. As for what data Facebook collects on its users, it is essentially everything the user does. Every message, every file, and every audio message that you've ever sent or been sent has been collected. All the contacts in your phone have been collected. Anything you buy from Facebook ads or just click on has all been collected. Even when someone initially signs up for Facebook, they're giving Facebook personal information like their name, gender, date of birth, and email or phone number. They can then use this information to gather more data about the users, such as what users share, like, and click to decide which ads to show them. This means that Facebook collects every ad users click on, any additional personal information that a user adds to their account, every IP address that the users use while logging into Facebook, and literally all the user's activity ever. Facebook was first known to be for college students, organizations, and companies. Now people of all ages have a Facebook. The system can be accessed through different types of devices and on the internet. Over the years, Facebook has always had implications with privacy and security. For example, back in 2013, a bug in the system exposed email addresses and phone numbers to anyone who had a connection with that person. This was discovered by a white hat hacker who intentionally helps to find bugs to help better the security. When a user puts up a post, they are giving consent to the other users that they can share the material, but it is not okay if other users purposely re-upload without consent of the original post. Due to this, Facebook allows users to report posts that are believed to be violating privacy rights. Criticism of Facebook's use of user data has existed throughout history, but perhaps the biggest example in recent history was the US Senate's hearing for Mark Zuckerberg in April 2018, when members of the Senate confronted the CEO about Facebook's use of private data and its role in influencing the 2016 US election. Zuckerberg took full responsibility as the creator of Facebook and vowed to clean up their act. In September of 2018, Facebook had a massive data breach where the accounts of nearly 50 million users were compromised by hackers that were able to exploit multiple bugs relating to the View As feature. Facebook has since patched the bugs with the View As feature, and their terms of service have been revised multiple times to promote free speech and expression.